Takulandirani ku AMTV Malawi kuchimake kwa nkhani zenizeni. Ngati nkhani imeneyo kuno kulibe, dziwani kuti nkhani imeneyo ndi yabodza.
Your Excellency, I'm so glad to be here this afternoon. When I saw the invitation, I was really overjoyed to come to the palace, join my brothers and sisters in the room, and have a conversation with you. I mean, what a day, having a conversation with you.
Well, what a day.
I will speak Chichewa, but I'm very fluent. I need to flow. So when Your Excellency, the World Bank says there are 4 elements of governance. There is accountability, there is transparency, there is participation, and I'll let the other one go because I've forgotten it. But Your Excellency, we cannot ask more than that from the government. Accountability and a government that is transparency.
That's right.
A lot of our youths sitting in this room, not everybody, but I know a lot of us, probably we lack a deep sense of ownership of this country. I'm speaking on behalf of a lot of people who are not in this room. Your Excellency, beyond those doors, there are millions of people who are not happy. People who are angry as I speak. And if you ask them, what's the problem? Governance. We have been given an opportunity, now I'm talking to you, my fellow youths, today, to speak to this man. You will not get this opportunity again. So we cannot be in this room and ask petty questions. You must ask what you need to ask, what you know is happening out there. If you don't, we are doomed. Your Excellency, I'm a 34-year-old Malawian man who has no other home other than this one, Malawi.
Absolutely.
Your Excellency, I'll tell you that I'm a man who has mixed emotions. The first emotion, I am confused. The second emotion, I am disappointed. The third emotion, I have hope. Because if we don't have hope, then we're lost. So I'm glad that we're in this room because of hope. However, Your Excellency, I would also want to touch on the issues of politics in this country. When we look at leaders, allow me to quote a line from the Quran. My 2 most favorite books in the world are the Quran and the Bible. And the Quran says about leaders, leaders must be able to inspire their followers. If we look at our leaders, the crop of our leaders in parliament, I believe that the youth are probably wanting to go into parliament because it seems like the quickest way one gets to riches. When we talk about our ministers, our members of parliament, these are people that it is public knowledge that their pay is anything less than 3 million Malawi kwacha. But their lifestyles, the houses they buy, the fleet of cars that they buy, how do they do this? Your guess is as good as mine. Your Excellency, I would like to tell you that every time when I travel out of this country, be it going to America or going to the UK for my music endeavors, there are so many youths that wants visas to run away from Malawi. I cannot be proud to live in a country where every youth that I meet wants to run away. And Your Excellency, finally, allow me to quote the Bible. In the Bible, in the book of Luke, chapter 7, verse 22, there's a story of a man, John the Baptist. John was in prison and he sent his 2 disciples to have a conversation with Jesus. And in the conversation, they asked Jesus a simple question. Are you the one, or we should wait? And Jesus responded, he said, go and tell John what you've seen. The dead have been risen, the lame can walk, the blind can see. He did not say, I am the one. Your Excellency, if we ask you the same question, are you the one? You should be able to just show and not explain. And finally, Your Excellency, you've been in office for more than 4 years. And you've never invited us here to have this conversation. I will say from the deepest part of my heart, we should be a people who are courageous and not afraid to ask the right questions in a room like this one, because we will not get this opportunity again. Your Excellency, you're just 6 months away from the general election. You might not be the man who sits in that seat after 6 months. We are having a conversation with you. Inshallah, God willing, if you return to that seat after 6 months, we might benefit because we're discussing with you. But inshallah, God willing, if you don't return, then this gathering is just another show. Thank you so much. God bless you.
Thank you so much. Your Excellency, may we have one last recommendation on this particular question, then we'll move on to the next.
Hello, my name is Sandra Pisetu. I'm coming from the University of Malawi. I'm a first-year student doing social science. But at the same time, I'm a business person. I'm the owner of Heavenly Fashion. Sorry, I'm not very fluent in Chichewa as well, so I would prefer to stick to English. Okay, Mr. Namadingo has just raised something that I wanted to say. Mine is more of a comment and a plea to the government. Because I feel like, okay, the projects we carry out, for example, you're talking about we're going to start youth groups and everything and what's or not. I feel like these things have been done for a long time. We've been doing them, bringing in different groups and everything and what's or not. There have been a lot of innovations from our youth all throughout the country and everything. But one thing I've noticed is the same pattern whereby we don't see how far these things go. They just disappear at one point or the other. I think each and every one of us can accept, Kuti, there have been a lot of things that have been happening, but then we don't see the end result. We don't see how far it goes. So I feel like the major thing that's making us not to see the continuity of this thing is that it's because we lack accountability. We lack someone, Kuti, we should answer our questions to Kuti, what are you doing? The funding is there, it is coming in, and ABCD. For example, at 19 years old, at 18, I'm currently 19, but at 18 years old, I was able to establish a shop, have an employee, and do what's or not. I was able to do that because of the funding that my parents were able to help me with my own savings. But how have I been able to sustain my business? It is because my parents are very strict with me. By my records, I have to show them my records. How is my business going? How am I using my money? How is my expenditure going and everything? And I've been able to run this business, and it's growing day by day. So I feel like, okay, you guys are coming up with these organizations, you guys are giving us the funding and what's so not. But by the end of the day, there's nobody to check up on us. There's nobody to ask us the questions, where is the funding that you're doing and ABCD and what's so not. And the mindset of Kuti, ndila, I feel it also makes us weak in order to work hard. Because it was only one time that my parents helped me. And from then onwards, I had to find my own sourcing. I had to do my own things and everything to make my business grow. So I feel like once you give us funding, once you open up the path for us, there is need for a certain part that you need to come in, check up on us, what are we doing, how far is it and everything, and hold us accountable for the things that we're doing. So Ineo, what I can truly ask from the government, do something to, when you give us the money, do something kuti monetizes into that zikubanga zikupitirira zikufika benabagi. An example I could also give is Zatu Band. Zatu Band was a youth group. It produced Anchina Praise Zumali, Telesa Mponda, who are doing very well now. But then I'm wondering, why are they not taking other youths into the same program so that they can produce the same people? It just died like that. Another thing, there was, during COVID-19, there was kugawa kwama, I think my laptop, my pads and what's not. Kuti children should be learning from those. That was helping in bridging the gap in digital Malawi and everything. But then if I look at things, I have not seen how far those computers and everything have gone by. There was introduction of free Wi-Fi and everything. I have not seen how far those Wi-Fi and how it's helping people. There was a recent statistics which was showing Kuti, a lot of Malawians are just wasting their time on social media instead of Kuti tizibanga zintu zofunikila. So there is need of government to put a group to check of what we are doing and how far it is helping us. So yeah, that's all I had to say.
All right.
Zikomo Wambili, over to you, Your Excellency.
All right, thank you. Ndathokoza kwa basi chifukwa maganizo anu abwino. Mwina ndikhoza ungokambapo sentence imodzi pa zina zimene zikoma ndikungothokoza kwambiri chifukwa cha kukhala very honest, candid, blunt, and kufotokoza kuti we live in a society yakuti nthawi zina ngakhale ife amene tili makolo talephera kuchita discipline wana wathu kuti akhoza kuchita zinthu zofunika. Chifukwa chitsanzo wamaliza nacho uyuchi nchakuti responsibility yochita raise family si government koma timafuna kuti government ilowerere pamene paja. Nchifukwa mavutika ni malamulo woti mwina wangoikidwa kufuna kuchita regulate wanthu. Koma culture yakuti tasiya zonse, even osakondanso dziko lako lomwe. A sense of patriotism is gone. A sense of accountability is gone. Some of us refused to be pinned down by Afro-pessimism. We said, however bad it is, we will try and make a difference. Nchifake, ngakhale koyambira komwe, panopa, tidapeza tikuthandiza 10,000 university students. Now, tikuthandiza fees over 30,000 university students. Meeting ngati yawa. Mukhoza kuwaona ngati format iyi nkuyamba. Koma ndayenda dziko lonse lino kumakumana ngakhale ndi mavenda pamsiwo, umakumana ndi ndani, ukumana ndi magulu osiyanasiyana at their places. And so zina zimene takhala tichita implement chifukwa cha maidea amene timakhala nawo tikamakumana ndi anthu. This format, amati chani Chingerezi chake chija, town hall meeting. This format is a new one. Koma sikuti nkuyamba. Ine ndi achinyamata ni ketekete. Mfake ndikapita ngakhale ma university, nthawi zina ngakhale kungopita mwina graduation kwakuti. Ndaona zitsanzo za achinyamata amene amayimirira nkulankhula kuti ife kupyole mwa maphunziro wathu ndi zimene takachita kumudzi. Lero ndili pakuti ndikulemba ntchito wakuti. Zugwira zinthuzi. Nthawi zina nchifukwa chano kuti tikungofuna ngati sikadachitike kakuti, ndiye kuti sizidachitike chilichonse. Kamtima kamene konso nkofunika kuti katithandize. Ine nthawi zina ndali ni wachinyamata wina atabwera akuti munithandize. Ndayesera zonse palibe chikugwira. Ndiye ndati apepa mwana. Tandiuzako zinthu zitatu zimene wayesera njani. Nkuona kuti ausowa nchone na chomwe. Ndikuti ayi mafunso ukhoza kukhala ndi mayankho iwe. Tiye tiganizire limodzi ma possibility ndi amtundu wanji. Nchifukwa tiuchita zimenezi. Muja naperekera chitsanzo cha achinyamata amene akugwira ntchito kulinga damu. Chitsanzo china achinyamata wena na ma apprenticeship kwa Zombe kudowa. Akugwira ntchito zotamandika. Achinyamata wena ali ndi ma farm akuluakulu pano pa kulemba anzawo over 120. Chifukwa chakuti zimene adayamba potere. The young shall grow. Akufika potere. NIF kale kudali ma ngongole osiyanasiyana zachinyamata. Kubweza zimavuta mtundu wonse chifukwa anthu amangozitenga ngati anzandale. Tidakuvoterani ndiye mutipatse. Lero NIF has the highest percentage ya achinyamata amene akubweza. Over 70%, kale simafika ni 20% yomwe mukapereka ngongole ku anthu. Ngongole izi tsopano zikukhala revolving kuthandiziraso wena kuti zawo ziziyenda. Pamene sinachite bwino, tiye ntipeze zifukwa zake. Nchifukwa ndikufuna kuti somuzilankhula bwino kuti apa mtakoza apa zikhoza kuthandiza, apa mtakoza apa zikhoza kuthandiza. Nchifukwa tutumikirana. Nchifukwa mwayitanidwa kunoku kuti inunso mkambepo maganizo anu. Nthawi zina kungokhala ndi Mubas, kapena kungokhala ndi Unima, kapena kungokhala ndi Rwanda, sizithandiza koma tichulutse maganizo wonsewa abwere pamodzi alumikizane ndimve zimene zikuvuta zinziti. Nchifukwa ndimatenga manotsi kuti zinithandize. Zikoma kwa basi.
Osayiwala kupanga subscribe ku channel ya AMTV Malawi.